Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so last week we worked on Apex. Real quick, we're going to take a look at everybody's results while we go over a couple of things. Everybody did excellent work. Remember, structure and building is very hard, so don't feel bad if you don't get it right away. Okay, so tomorrow I will be locking the comments on the Choose Joy video for the 1K giveaway. If you haven't entered yet, you still have one day to get over there and leave a comment. It's the video that says Choose Joy, giveaway. So just comment anything and you will be entered to win one of the 4 prizes. Also, this week we are working on tricolor and vertical ombre, which is super, super hard. It's hard. Anyway, down in the description box, I will be leaving the links to a few of my viewers have taken the plunge and started their own YouTube channels, and I think it would be great if we could go show them some support, show them some love, and help them get going over there. So I will be leaving links in the description box for Anisa Greene, Darling D Nails, Shell's Nails, ShaBang Nail Art. Should be posting her first video soon. She is an excellent nail artist. You guys are gonna love her. So let's show her some love too. Did I forget anybody? I don't think it. If I did, they will be in the description box. My memory. Okay, so one of the most important things with ombre is hiding your mistakes. For that, I will be using Natural to cap in, which is basically just a foggy clear. Let me show you. Anyway, Natural is just a foggy clear. If you don't have any Natural, you can take clear and like a milky white and mix it together, and that will give you that Natural. You want to do it about 1:4 ratio of milky white to clear. And what this does is give your ombre kind of a blur effect, and as it dries, it'll clear up. But it gives it kind of a blurry filter almost, and it hides your mistakes and any blend lines, anything like that. And Christy Meekin showed us this, and honestly, it's been a lifesaver for me. Like, it really, well, you can't tell yet, but whatever. I'll show you. Really just helped step up my ombre game. So you can also use a sheer pink. That helps a lot as well. They both help hide those transitions. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with tricolor. Another important thing that nobody tells you, which drives me nuts, is that not every color is gonna ombre. You can't just pick any two and go at it. It's just, sometimes it's not gonna work. So definitely try your colors out before you start to make sure that they're gonna blend well, and that they're gonna cover each other well. Typically lighter sheer colors do not cover darker colors very well, so you wanna definitely use the darker as your top color. It seems to work better that way. So definitely try out all your colors. Don't feel bad. It's a lot harder to find 3 colors that ombre together than 2. So trust me, I've been going through it this week. So let's go ahead and get started. Loki's in here with us tonight. Loki, say hello.
Hi.
She missed you guys. I don't know why she doesn't just join the group, but then again, maybe we don't want her in there. It's kind of adult. Oh, also in the description box, I will be leaving the link to the Telegram group for anybody who wants to join and wants to get started. Now, I am using 3 pinks because light colors seem to just work better. Similar vein of color, that seems to work best for me. And now the trick to this is thin and wet. That's just the way it goes. Then we're not trying to build structure with these colors. We are just basically painting. So you want to make sure that this back line on your beads is flat and blended and tapered so you don't have a harsh ridge back there. And that's going to help hide that transition as well. But you don't want to wait for your acrylic to dry before adding your other colors, so you want to make sure it's nice and wet. Now, when we go to use our second color, again, a small wet bead, doesn't have to be horrifically wet. We're going to lay it right on that transition line, and then using a wet brush, it doesn't have to be soaking wet, but you want it wet so that it's helping you blend. We're just going to pull it down, and you can pull it all the way down, doesn't matter. But again, we're just painting and we want it wet so that it's blending those two colors together instead of laying it on top of one. Now, because we use such a small bead, you'll probably have to go back, and what we're doing here is basically just stacking it the same way we did our apex and pulling those colors down to blend on top of each other, and they're gonna help fill in the transition. Again, watching the back of that bead to make sure it's nice and flat and you don't have a huge line or lump there. And please don't feel like disheartened if you don't get it. This is very hard. It's a lot easier to do 2-color ombre than 3. So now we take our third color and we're just going to do the same thing. Lay it over the line so that that's where our acrylic is concentrated so you don't see that huge blend mark. And then we're going to pull it down as it's wet. Now you may not see as much of your second color. You really shouldn't see the colors like boom, boom, boom. It should gradually lighten from one color to the next. So now we have our 3 colors. Oh, we got the hillbilly truck boys out there tonight. Now you can see some of my blend, some of my transition, like it's not perfect, and that's okay. It's not gonna be, which is where the natural comes in. We're just painting it down and blending those colors together. So we have a decent enough ombre, right? Now we're gonna take our natural, take a big bead of it. You don't wanna, if you've laid your clear underneath, you shouldn't need to build too much structure with this. So it shouldn't affect your color too much. Ooh, that's too wet. It shouldn't affect your color too much because it's still pretty clear. What it does is give us a nice blur effect, just like a filter. And it helps hide all of those transitions and those blend lines. And any mistakes that you've made, if you're like me. And I love it, and it makes me feel better about everything that I do. And we're working on the nail stands today because I am not prepping that hand. I'm not going through all that for this. I guess I should start doing that. Anyway, now do you see what the natural did? Made a huge difference, right? Okay, now we're gonna do the devil, vertical ombre. And I call this the devil because it is Satan. We are going to start with our lighter color, again, because that's what seems to work the best for me. If you got a better way, please share, because I'm learning with you guys here. Now, we're gonna start at the top on one side, and we are going to just drag it down one whole side, making sure we cover half of it. Now, again, on this part, the important part is making sure that that center line is not huge, and what I like to do is take my wet brush and smush it down. And just pat it and make sure you have a nice clean taper there, right? Making sure it's nice and wet because you want those colors to mix. Now we're gonna take our second color. I'm gonna use this one. We're gonna do the same thing, taking a wet bead, start at the top, drag it down. Now, what you can do here, what we're gonna do here, is we're gonna get our brush wet and we're just gonna drag it. And that is gonna help fill all that in. And if you feel like, you know, it's too messy or whatever, you can take it and just like you're cleaning up your cuticle area, run your brush down it, your wet brush, and then just pull it over little by little, like that, and that'll give you a nice smooth transition right there. Now you can kind of see where I missed a little spot here. You can always go back and add. Just use a teeny tiny bit on each side. Like literally just a tiny bit. And we're gonna do the same thing we did before to fill in those spots, because that's what's important to me, fixing mistakes. I am never gonna do it perfectly the first time, so I need to know how to make it work. And just pull that over. Now we have a pretty decent transition, right? So again, a wet brush straight down the center will help that. And also making sure we don't have that huge ridge there. But now we're gonna hide our mistakes. Using our natural, we're gonna cap it, and that again is gonna give us that nice blur effect. You shouldn't need too much if you light your clear, just like, you know, with the others. And I like this instead of the sheer pink, although the sheer pink works great. I like this because it doesn't really affect your color at all. If you use the sheer pink, you kind of gotta stay away from like yellows and greens and whatnot. With the natural, you don't. It works with all the colors. Oof. Now you can kind of see the blur effect that had without messing up my color. And like I said, please don't feel discouraged, because this is really hard. Honestly, this is my 4th time recording this video, because I had a lot of trouble getting it right until I've, you know, kind of worked out some little tips, you know, some little tricks that helped me, and I had to look them up quite a bit. Because I thought since I was good at ombre, I could just walk in here and, you know, boom, boom, boom. And that's not how it works. Not at all. Like, it just really isn't. Like, if you kind of got to learn these little ways to make it work, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. None of us get it right the first try. It took me months to learn how to ombre properly. Just regular ombre, you know? So, we're gonna try this one more time. Oh, oh. And part of the issue too is the way that works best for me is to work with really wet acrylic, which will give you a lot of missing spots and which will, you know, it's hard to control. However, if I try to do it with drier acrylic, it just doesn't work as well. I have a lot of lumpy ridges and things like that. So I went looking and found a few different tips from different nail artists and kind of put them together and found a way that worked for me. So hopefully this helps you guys too. And I'm learning with you this week, obviously. So we're just gonna run through it real quick again. Let me clean up my line here and just pat that down to give me a nice surface to transition on. You want to make it friendly for the transition. You want to make it a nice welcoming environment. We're just going to drag it everywhere. Clean it up. Which honestly, I kind of like that for, instead of color blocking for split colors, I prefer this way, just to do that line there. Using a wet brush, pull it over. And then we're gonna take our wet brush again and just run it down the center. And now we have our 2-color ombre. Now you can see the effect that the natural had on that, with just, it really just finishes it off really well, so. Okay, now again, this is hard. It's hard. Hopefully we'll all look a little bit better by the end of the week, but if not, we'll keep trying. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait to do the giveaway. I will be closing the comments on that tomorrow. So make sure you get over there and comment if you want to be entered. Make sure you check out my ladies in the description box because they have some great knowledge to add to the collective, and all of them are really great artists, so it's kind of cool to see them work. So make sure you guys show them some love. And as always, thanks so much for watching.